wanted to show you how you can identify A plus quality setup on trading. So this is GBP CHF on a 1 minute time frame. We're looking for a sell, and for us to take a sell we need to have confirmations, so which I will post them in here, that way you can see what they are. And of course we are on a 1 minute time frame, so we need a 2 hour window, and also we need blue arrow, so it's a pullback, and then we'll be taking a sell after we get the first red arrow. So let me change this up real quick. Okay, now once you start going through these confirmations, all you have to do is just check them all off, right? You're not required to do any technical analysis at all. What you have to do is just basically follow these, right? There's 4 confirmations, and this is just the first rule that you follow. Is you will go to Forex Factory and you will look for any upcoming news in the first 2 hour period that you will trade, right? So for the next 2 hours we want no news at all. So let's just say that we saw on Forex Factory that we had nothing, like there's no upcoming news, so we can place a check mark in there, right, since we did that. Now we can go through these confirmations. So number 1 says within 2 hours after macro trend arrow. So we have to measure from this macro trend arrow into the current trend to make sure that the price is within the first 2 hours. So let's just say the price was in here when we saw this macro. The price was in here somewhere, and all this did not happen. So if you would measure this, say from here and up to here, let's say it was like 13 minutes afterwards, right? Now, since the price was within a 2 hours, we can confirm it. So place a little check mark. All right. Number 2, it says all time frames are aligned from 1 minute to 1 hour. Look on this side. You'll have these time frames. The first 5 have to go the same exact direction. So all of these are red. So that is another confirmation for us, right? Since they are all aligned from 1 minute to 1 hour. So here's M1, here's H1. All right. And then number 3 says wait for the pullback with at least 4 consecutive blue arrows. We need a pullback with at least blue arrows, at least 4 blue arrows. And in here we have multiple of them, so we definitely have at least 4 of them, right? So that is another confirmation. And then enter sell position on the first red arrow. So we have to measure our stop loss so we know how big the trade's going to be, right? Oops, my bad. So it's going to be a short position since we're going to be selling, and you will need to measure your stop loss from this Bollinger Band to the lower one, and it's at 31. So we're going to double this number, and it's going to be 62. So what I mean by that is when you place this box, this number will say 62. So just add until it says that 62, and this number will say 0.5. So just minimize that a little bit until it says 0.5, and that is your risk to reward ratio for this. Now your stop loss is really big because number 1, you're not planning to hit your stop loss, okay? And number 2, you're scalping, which means you're taking a couple of pips out of this trade and then you're done. So once you get a first red arrow after these blue, which is right there, right? As soon as you get the first red arrow, you will place this box on here and you will take a sell. And once the price gets to this box, then you win, right? Then you win a trade. So that is how simple that is. That is how simple to find A plus quality setup. So this is it took me like, I don't know, maybe, what's that, from here, from the macro to the trade until it plays out, it's about 32 minutes. So after 32 minutes you're done with the you are out of this trade with a nice win. So it's that simple. There's nobody Like, nobody telling you that you have to do analysis for 2-3 hours. You literally follow these rules, and as long as everything checks out, right? Let's go over this again. So check Forex Factory for any upcoming news. You do not want to be caught in any news, right? And then within the first 2 hours after macro trend arrow. So just measure this out from here into the future. Make sure this is within the first 2 hours, which it was. All time frames are aligned from 1 minute to 1 hour. So just look on this side. Make sure all of these are the same from 1 minute to the 1 hour. And then wait for the pullback with at least 4 consecutive blue arrows. And you have multiple of them. So we had that. And then enter sell position on the first red arrow. So you took a sell, here's the first red arrow. Then it's trade 1. And if you were planning to take more trades, all that's left to do is just repeat step number 3 and 4. Since you have already confirmed the first 3, right? And just repeat step 3 and 4. And again, wait for the pullback with at least 4 consecutive blue arrows. And looks like in here you had 1, so that's invalid. So here you had 1, there's 1, there's 2 in there, so that's invalid. And right now you have nothing. So this would be the only trade that you would have taken, and it would have been a win, right? And if you're happy with one trade, you can compound this trade every single day. You can make a win for 5 days, right? That's 5 wins, which means if you win every single trade, you're at 100% win rate. So now, it won't happen right away. You will have to practice this and backtest it, like on a demo account for a while, and then eventually you'll get it right. There's people who are starting out with the strategy, and in the first 2 weeks they're like 70% win rate, even better, right? So it all depends, how quickly you learn, and all depends if you have the dedication, patience, and discipline. So, but anyway, any questions you have, put them in the comments. I'll get to you. But for now, this is basically what I do every single day. I take little wins like this, compound them. I'm staying consistent. I'm not risking too much. I'm risking like less than 1% up here. So, and if one trade does lose, it's just gonna take me 2 trades to make it back. So I'm not gonna blow my whole account. I'm not gonna wipe all of my wins. No, it's just 2 wins. That's all that it will take for me to make it back. So, because I'm risking way less than 1% in here, I'm not putting 50% of my account on this trade. So I would put maybe 0.25%, so a quarter, and then make half of that as my target. As long as I'm staying consistent, that's all that matters, because over time I will build a lot more capital. So anyway, any questions, let me know, put them in the comments, and thank you for watching this video. Take care.